Got about an hour.
All right, cool. Hey guys, I'm a couple minutes late or early. I'm doing some little house maintenance. We had a little problem with the lights, but husband fixed it. So I'm gonna clean up the poops that I see out there, and I'll wait for you guys to start coming in, and call the boys, and we'll get them in, and we'll get. Oh, they're coming already. Are they coming? Oh, yep, here they are. There's one. There you are. There you are. Hi. Hello. There you go. And then wait for Yoda, and he can have his little bit of oats. Yeah. Excuse me. There. You need to move over, please. You're kind of in the way. The gate's in the way. You are so not like this. All right. There he is. There's Yoda. You can't come in quite yet. Oh, you are a mess. You're a mess. You had a good roll somewhere. You got dirt and mud all in your head. Oh, heavens. Hi. All right, come here. There you go. Alrighty. Let's get you over there. Life is so tough. Life is tough. Right? Right, Friday? Life is tough. Not anymore, though. Not anymore. Huh. Well, let's see. What time is it? Oh, right on time. Well, a couple more minutes. Oh my gosh. Hi. Oh my gosh. There's 5 of you already in here. Please tell me who you are and let's do this. Let's go into the comments real quick. Oh, I'm excited. Hi, Teresa. Hi again from Minnesota. You are amazing, Teresa. And let's see. Oh, greetings. Oh, yes. I missed it. Yeah. Well, it's cold, but it's not as cold as it was the last time we did it. I have my nice warm coat because I don't know if I'm going to get chilly or not. But yeah, at least I don't see my breath. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. All righty. Well, we have great news, you guys. Fantastic news. If I had like pom-poms and like a thing that wasn't going to scare the crap out of him, and well, I could do this. I can kind of do this. Like, yay, confetti. You guys did it. Congratulations to everybody who put donations in. And we did get, oh, where's my phone? Oh, there it is. We got one donation in just a little bit ago before I started. I need to say thank you to, where is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Valerie Murphy. Thank you. We got it. Thank you so very much. So I have a whole list of everybody. There's Valerie and Lisa and Terry and Sandra and more of Lisa and Andrea and Cheryl and so many people. All of you guys, you all came together. And then there's 2 others that I don't know. They're on the other side. All of you guys came together and you saved Monday. I was so shocked. I was taking a nap yesterday and I was exhausted. I had a bad headache and there was some sinuses or something like that going on. So I just decided to lay down, take a quick nap. And when I woke up, there was a message from Lisa with the final payment that came in that put you guys over the top. So you all need to thank Lisa. She put you guys over the top, and I was beside myself. I was like, great, this is fantastic. You all did it without my help. And so I called the lady up in Ohio. And I said, hey, great news. My subscribers and my watchers, my YouTube followers, they all came together. They banded, all of us, everybody, all of you guys came together. And all the little tiny donations from $5 and $10 all the way up to like crazy, insane amounts. You all came together and helped this horse up in Ohio. So the next steps is to get up there. So I'm going to review this later on in our feed here. But our total funds that we have raised right now is $900. Well, I have to edit that because it's $992.22. So that's how much you all raised in the last 2 weeks. So bravo. Let's do the happy dance. We're going to do the happy dance. You going to do happy dance? Yeah? You going to do happy dance? We'll probably just all freak you out. So to put this in a little bit of perspective, you guys, he was $1,300. $1,300. So the horse that you guys saved Monday, you guys saved him. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. His bail price was $750. And let's see. And we are going to leave probably tomorrow night at midnight. Because it's going to take 7 hours to get there. We're going to leave at midnight here tomorrow night. We're going to go up there, be there about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to load him up. And they reached out to us, hi Yoda, and asked if we could do another rescue a favor. So there's another rescue in White Pole, Virginia. And they rescued one of the Belgians that she had. I don't know if you guys are ever on Facebook and you see a Belgian here and there, but they bailed a Belgian, but they don't have any money to get her there. So the people that I've been chatting with asked me if I would be, out of the kindness of my heart, if she could hitch a ride with Monday and we could kind of go around because it's a straight shot from our place up to Ohio. It goes straight up Route 77 and go to Canton, Ohio, and bang a right. And then it's about an hour there, from there. Then I have to go down to Pennsylvania, Harmony, Pennsylvania, and go pick up the Belgian, and then swing around and stop at White Pole, Virginia, and then continue back home. That is a 4-hour round trip. So we can go help another rescue. So you guys helped me, and I am helping another rescue, and all is good in the world. So I think I'm very proud of everybody. I'm so proud of all of you guys. So that's kind of like what we're doing. And this live stream is going to be the kickoff to help with fuel. So we have, let's see, you raised the $998.22. And then I have some other banners here. And then his bail was $750, and that leaves us roughly like $280, $789. And fuel with my truck and the trailer and a horse going up the mountains is going to cost roughly $300. So we're about that much shy. Even if we take that little roundabout, it's still the same amount of distance. So that's where we're going. We have like that much left over. So if there's any problems, like we have tolls or we have something unexpected pop up, we're splitting hairs here. So that's what this is all about, is what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to put this up again. Okay, I'm going to put that up. No, he's not done yet. He's not finished eating, so I can't let Yoda in. So let me go back into the comments then. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Oh, crazy lady. All right, you guys, if you ever see this guy, just razzle dazzle him. He's a pain in my butt on YouTube. No, just kidding. No, that's husband. He he is one of the he's a board member, and he's the IT guy. So if anything goes wrong, it's his fault. So, and oh, look at this! Curmudgeon Inn is here. Hey, stranger. Okay, so I have a story to tell you about Curmudgeon Inn, and he's up in Alaska, and literally it says Curmudgeon Inn in Alaska, and let me see. Oh, so let me finish my story here before I go back down on the comments. So that's Rob. His name is Rob, and he has been a friend of mine since like 5th grade. I mean, 5th grade. How many people do you guys know that you still talk to since 5th grade? I mean, I'm half a century old, so that's a long time. And he's gone off grid, and he used to own like this boat company down in Florida. And then he sold everything down in Florida, moved to Alaska. And I was like, oh my gosh, you must be absolutely insane. But I don't think he's insane, really. He's just happy, and he's off grid, and he's living the life that so many people really probably would want to live. And I mean, he's makes everything on his own. He is independent. Him and his partner are up there, and the two of them, I hope she's here watching too, but I think it's like noontime, maybe 1 o'clock over there. So let's see who else. Okay. So let's do the hammy dance. Okay. The hammy dance there's a story behind there. The hammy dance is when my husband and I used to race motorcycles. There's a tradition that when you get new leathers for your motorcycle, you roll around and scratch them up. That way, when you get in a wreck, they're not scratched up. So the hammy dance is kind of like, I can't really do it. It's more like, like, yay, let's do the happy dance. Let's do the happy dance. That's the hammy dance. So it's kind of stupid, but at the time it was funny. Okay. Yes. I like Belgians. We've had many Belgians here, crazed, and we've had Gracie May, we had Noah, and we had, Bishop. And Bishop, rest in peace, dude. He ended up passing away not too long ago from an infection, which is why I freaked out really bad when he got an infection in his foot. So I was like, no. Let's see. BOGO horses. Oh, Poison, you're a riot. Let's see. BOGO horse, that's funny. Yes, he is. He is living the life. I know you are. Hubby is in the chat. Yes, he is. He's here. Yep. Rob, he says hi. Now they're just having a quick little conversation. Let's see. Hello from Massachusetts. Hello, Lori. How are you? I'm glad you could make it again. This is amazing. Okay, I'm looking at my emails. All right. Let's see. Bang it up prior to, yeah, exactly. Bang it up prior to riding. What does he say? There it is. Prior to riding, so you don't feel bad when you go down and scratch it up. Yeah, because they're expensive. Oh my gosh, there is expensive as a horse. Okay, tell them about it. Yeah, there's tolls. So we went, of course, you have to go through and, map out all when you go do long trips like this, you map it all out. You figure out where you're going to stop, where's a good place with the trailer and horses. If they get out, you want to be able to let them stretch their legs if you trust them and all sorts of stuff. So as we were coming down from Ohio to go do this little side job for this other rescue, there's like $55 in tolls on the Ohio Turnpike. It's insane. So this is awesome. So we have raised $990. Well, it's $992. Let me fix that because we just got $992. $992. Yeah. $999.22. Gosh, I can't even read. There. So we'll do that. We'll put this on the bottom. So this is our PayPal account, you guys. We're doing donations through PayPal, which goes directly into our nonprofit. And we have Venmo account and a Cash App account. And those go straight into the nonprofit's bank. They don't come into my personal bank because that's illegal. And we don't want to mess that up. We like being a nonprofit. And then, of course, this is the Cash App one. So we're about $300 shy for fuel all the way around, maybe 200. Well, if you go and if we do another 300, that will help with the vet for the first visit for his vet. So, because just because he's here doesn't mean that all the expenses stop. You know, we have plenty of hay and we got plenty of food. He's got company, but he still needs to be vetted. We have to go bring him to Davie County Large Animal Hospital and have his coggins pulled. And we also need to do that blood work to make sure that he's not fighting any infections because he's so old. I don't say so old. He's like in his mid-20s. They say he's 25, but I don't know. I'll have to take another good look at him. And then that's like $150, I think it is. So, but I can't believe you guys did it. You did it. You raised enough money all together, all of you, to save another horse. So I am very proud of everybody. And Yoda, nope, he's almost finished. And we'll have to let him in. He's nearly finished. So hopefully it'll be nice when you can see Monday like that. Nice and fat. Of course, Yoda's over here. And he's like, can I come in, please? I want to come in. No, Yoda, you may not come in. So what is this? Exit solo layout. Oh, I don't know what that means. Okay. Let's see. What can I do? All right. I'm going to put this one back up because I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. I don't even have my coffee here. Did you bring your bucket? Did you clean your bucket? You guys probably couldn't hear that, but he started his little donkey. You want to come in? You want to come in? Okay. Okay. He was happy that I was going to let him in. You have to behave yourself, though, sir. So there's nothing in his bucket, in Friday's bucket. Hi, Friday. Hello, Friday. My big guy. I'll be back on YouTube again. So last night, it was really super funny. I was looking at the security cameras, and Yoda had grabbed him again by the neck and was, you know how like kids, like they just grab the ears and they start like pulling on the ears like the adults. All right, let's see. Pennsylvania Turnpike now. Yeah, I'm goofy for the big horses too, Carrie, definitely. Is that 3 Percherons or we'll be seeing, is that these Percheron? Oh, you'll be seeing future videos. Yes, Carrie, this guy is, this is Friday. We rescued him from the kill pen in Madison here almost 2 years ago, and he was like 1,200 pounds. He was super, super skinny. He's on our website, and you can see a before and after of him, and it was awful. So there's our website address. And hi, hello, hi, sir. What would you like? You want to say hello to everybody? You can. You're allowed. There's nothing in this bucket. Careful. Careful. Did you say hi to everybody? You're going to have a friend. You're going to have a friend in the next couple of days. Yeah, did you know that? Don't press any keys. I've been telling him about a possibility of a friend. And now I think he's very happy. See, this is where Yoda was biting him. It's awful. Now he's going to go back and get into trouble. If you guys saw my video the other day, you know where he's headed. There he is, getting into trouble. Oh, Carrie, awesome. So Carrie found us about 3 months ago. Thank you. I'm glad you guys popped in. And thank you for seeing my live feed. You don't want to see that. He's gassy. Yeah, Friday. Oh gosh, we need to go way back. Friday is let's see, Jarvis and Jack. Then we sold Jack and we got Mr. Darcy, then Gracie May, and then Bishop, and then Gamora, and Jumanji, then Bishop, and Noah, and Friday. He's our sixth one. The big draft horses that we've had on this property since 2017. Because we bought Jarvis in February of 2017. We bought him in February, Jarvis and Jack. And then we sold Jack in like 2019, I think it was. And then we just went bananas on saving horses after that. We were like, oh my God, we need to do this. And normally the farm was just a farm, and I would work on my at-home business, and using my own funds, I would save them, rehab them, and adopt them back out. But after this whole stupid pandemic, it totally changed everything else around. So now we're relying a lot on you guys to help us as a nonprofit to help them. So it kind of like makes a big full circle. So that's what I'm really happy that, you all are able to do what we love to do. Sir, I need you to get out of there, please. Come on. You want hay? I'll get you some hay. Come on, back up. Back up, please. Come on. Back up. Come on. Back up. Thank you. Good boy. All right. Oh, let's get these guys some hay so we can maybe stick around a bit more. Because all this hay is on the other side. Yeah. Of course. So he's got a huge bale of hay on the other side. And this is just fescue hay. This is nothing special. Nothing really special. My pasture is mostly fescue anyway. Yes, I don't have anything treats. I have no treats for you. My pasture is mostly fescue, and we do kind of like mix it with a little bit of Timothy and alfalfa and a little bit of orchard grass, but 90% of it is fescue. So what we did with Jarvis, and to try to keep the sugar consumption down because they can't process sugars very well. So when you give them treats, try to make it a very sugar-free treat, or just don't give them a lot. And let me see here. Let me go back into my banners. Well, all right. Total funds raised. We'll go back to that one. I like that one. And so we were using like teff hay and orchard grass hay and a mixture of alfalfa and then Timothy. And we were just like changing all the hay to try to find the one hay that they'd eat a lot and not waste a whole ton. But we never went to fescue. I don't know why. And then my girlfriend, who lives right around the corner, she has a thoroughbred and a donkey. And she just feeds round bales of fescue. So earlier in the season, there was this guy not too far from here in another little town right next to us who was getting into haying. And he has a whole ton of fescue. And we bought all of it. We bought 200 bales. And that's about what he'll go through half a season. So with 2 horses, we'll go through 200 bales until March, maybe April, depending. But I'm thinking March because right now it's really super cold, and he goes through nearly a whole bale every day. So they eat a lot. You eat a lot. Plus, he has his alfalfa in his bucket, so he gets fermented alfalfa. And he gets, let me see. He gets, if you have one of those, the 3-quart scoops, he gets 3 of those at night he gets the fermented alfalfa during the day, and he gets 2 cups of oats. So he gets a lot of food, which is good. And he's still, to me, a little on the light side, but it's been so cold. He was actually a little heavier coming into winter. And we've had some really funny cold snaps. So, really? So, yeah, he's lost just a little bit of weight. But as long as you have plenty of good quality hay, they'll stay fat all winter long. Because if you feed them more grain, the body generates more energy to digest the grain than it does to digest hay. So it doesn't absorb as much nutrients. It exudes more energy. And they end up getting skinnier. And that's why some people are like, I feed them so much. And he's still getting skinny. Why? That's why. It's not your fault. It's that you are not feeding enough hay. Right? Because he'd rather have the hay. Yeah. Of course you would. All right. I'm going to put this over here. All right. Put this over here. Don't you touch that. Come on. All right. Thank you. You're welcome. So I just put it right over there. You can probably see his butt. Banners. Okay, let's change that to our Venmo account, and we'll get rid of this. And if you're old school and you still want to make a donation, this is our PO box. And we also have an Amazon wish list. Really? We have an Amazon wish list too, but I didn't put a tag up on this one, so my apologies. Okay, let's go back into our comments and see what we're going. Richard Lloyd, I'm a draft horse lover, and I'm glad you have them all. Yes, I am so happy I have them all. They're amazing. Fescue is not good for mares. Yes, that is true. And the reason why, Poison, and I'm glad you asked, this is a really, really great comment. Fescue does tend to have a mold. So, not all of it, but sometimes fescue grass gets, it's an endophyte mold, and it can create all sorts of problems when you have mares that are in foal, to the point where if they ingest so much of it, you can actually have a miscarriage. So most people, when they have mares that are in foal, they take them right off the field and they put them in a dry lot so they can feed them only Timothy or orchard grass or alfalfa. So my pasture has been overseeded many years with endophyte-free Kentucky 32, not Kentucky 31. Kentucky 32 has this extra little gene in it to keep that mold from growing on the blades. So I can safely have a mare out on my pasture and not worry about having any type of problems that way. But that is a really great comment. I'm glad you said that. Let's see, Carrie. Yeah, the price of hay, depending on where you are, is very expensive. This hay that we bought, because we bought it in the middle of summer when he was finishing up his pasture. I think this is second and third cut. No. Yeah, second and third cut. The third cut was over in the other barn, and that's gone. This is second cut. And that was $8 a bale, which is actually fantastic because teff hay is anywhere between $12 and $15 a bale. Orchard grass around here. Actually, you know what? Orchard grass over at Canna, where I usually buy my hay, is, let's see, let's go on the Facebook here and I will tell you. Let's switch this back over to my account. Oops. Ooh, I just heard some grumbly. Ooh. Gotta love it when you hear the grumbles. Okay, so Canna Land and Farm Company, they're in Farmington, North Carolina. And they are a premier distributor of hay. And actually, they are sowing their fields right now for Timothy. for next year. And the rest of it they get from they get 2 other fields. They have one in Ohio and they have another field in Virginia. So they never get New York hay. And I hate New York hay. I don't know why, but every single solitary time I get hay from New York, it's got a little bit of mold in it, or it's got tons and tons of like soot, and it's dusty and it's weedy and it's just awful. So going back to this one, Canna Land 4 hours ago. I don't know if you can see that. 4 hours ago, they put up a post saying third cut premium orchard grass, small square bales, which is what those are, that they bundle in 21 bale bundles. And then theirs are $17.50 a bale. So you have to buy 21 bales all in one big bundle, or you get $17.50 a bale. So that's crazy. Oh, I would, and that's straight orchard grass. Orchard grass is very, very good. And it's kind of like what we fed the mares right before she foaled to kind of get that extra little nutrients up there. It's very nutritious. They have orchard alfalfa small bales in 21 bale bundles, $15 a bale. And if you go to Tractor Supply and buy that alfalfa from Stanley, that compressed bale, that's like $22 a bale. I mean, that's insane. I mean, it's just insanely crazy. So let's see, what's else? Yeah. Oh, and they're all out of alfalfa. See, sold out. They don't have any alfalfa. So that's why I am very blessed to have found this gentleman. And he is just getting fat on this fescue. So I will take $8 to $9 a bale any day. Any day. I love it. So let's see. Oh, you guys are really doing really great on these questions. I love it. Okay, so I am going to do, we'll put up the website again. So on our website, we've got a couple little things. I meant to take all day today and go over and talk about do the stuff that we have, like t-shirts and hats and, drinkware and stuff. I meant to go through that whole catalog. And I was just so crazy busy today trying to get something taken care of. And I had an interview today. So yay, that worked out good. Let's see, what else do we have for comments? Let's see. Percheron's awesome. Similar to my favorites. Oh, the Friesians are really awesome, Carrie. I do like the Friesians. They are a little too hot-headed for me, but I do like a cross. So the Friesian Draft Cross, and that has, like, for me, the absolute perfect combination. That's for me. I think it's great. You get a little bit of go with a controllable whoa. And since I ride bareback and bitless, that's kind of cool for me. Although I really envy the people that can ride bridleless. So all you people that have the ability to ride your horse bridleless and they listen to you, way to go. That is amazing. I haven't worked with him enough to even try it. I started him on a neck loop, and he can actually move in a neck loop, but he is really super fussy about it. He's like more comfortable with a headstall than he is with a neck loop, but we'll just have to do some more riding. And if the weather holds off to it's like kind of like this, I think it'll be okay. All right, Carrie, you are in Southern New Jersey. I occasionally donate bales by the old school feed store that delivers to the stable and allows me to gawk at their horses. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Sometimes you could do that. I love that. Let's see. Do you know of a brand of halters that fits big drafts? My draft is 17 3 hands and only 2. Where is it? And only 2. Wow. Clinton Anderson draft halters are too small. Yeah, I'm not a big fan, one bright light, of Clinton Anderson's halters. They just don't ever seem to be big enough. I think Clint always has little tiny horses. So let me see. Oh, I have one here. Excuse me. I just so happen to have one in here. Yes, I do. Hi, sir. So This is a little dusty. You'll have to forgive me. But this here is just a rope halter that is worth. Okay, don't poop in here, please. Don't poop in here. It's just a rope halter that I got off of Amazon, and this fits perfectly. He's gonna walk away and go get some water. Friday will be back. And it's a side pull, so it's got the 2 rings on either side, and it's got the knot over here on the one side, and it's got the little clip over here. But what I really like most about this halter is that there is so much room. You can adjust it on both sides. So if I wanted to, I could undo this knot and just kind of slide this loop down, and I have all this extra room, excuse you, sir, to make the pole section much bigger. So if they have like a really long super nose that comes like way out here, their heads are like really big and really super wide. The only problem is you might have is like this. Although this fits on Friday. It's the same size as my head. Oh, heavens to Betsy, look at that. This is really super awesome. And it's off of Amazon, I think. Oh, here comes our model. A little tight because you're fluffy. All right, come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Thank you. Okay, so this one is actually, it's a little tight right now because he's getting fluffy. But you see where it sits on his nose? On your head, sir? It sits not low like this, okay? It sits higher up because this is the bony section of his nose. And right here, past this section here, is all cartilage. So if you put the nose band section farther down on his nose, it's gonna just like pull all this like here, and it's gonna be very uncomfortable. So as you can see on this side, it's very far away from his eye. So if you have a halter that sits really super close to his eye, like up here, that's really not good, because if you pull from this side to this side and it moves and it shifts, it can poke into his eye and aggravate him, and then you're going to have a horse that's going to be very uncomfortable. The throat latch area is well in here. I can put 2 fingers in between. It's really kind of hard to see. Turn your head. There. I can fit 2 fingers in here. It's really super loose. You don't want this to be tight at all, the throat latch. Some people will say make it as tight as the nose band. No bueno, no good. The horse has to be able to lick and chew and move. And if he can't move all of this, and this is all too tight, it's going to create stress, and it's going to, yes, yes, you're so perfect. And they're going to get really upset with you. Now on the pole, I don't know if you guys can see it. See, when you have a bridle and it goes across with a brow band, you don't want it too close to the ear where it folds over. Stay. Because it'll impede in the movement of his ear, because he kind of needs that to know what's going on with you and what's going on over there and what's going on up here. So you want to be able to allow him to move his ears freely. Yeah, see? And it's just right here. It doesn't touch the TMJ. You want to make sure that you stay away from these 2 bones up here. So if your head stall is really, really tight, your brow band right here, that's gonna, it's like the TMJ is like right here on the side of your head. So if you poke on the side of your head where your jaw attaches to your head, then it's uncomfortable after time. Okay, let's take this off of you. Thank you. You were a great model. Good job. So this I bought on Amazon for like 25 bucks maybe. And I've had this one for years and years and years. when you get them, the knots are a little looser so you can move them around, and then they tighten up over time. And I just throw it in a pillowcase, and I throw it in the wash. But I have to replace this one because the ring is separated. So I've got to get a new one, which is probably why it's out here. This is the one Darcy used to wear. So hopefully, hopefully that helps, Carrie. That's one of my, winter fuzzies. That is one of my favorites. I love these. These are so awesome. I'm going to put this away. I thought I had another one. I don't think I have another one. So there's your little bridle. Your little bridle teaching lesson. So I'm going to change this over to Cash App. We have Cash App, and if you want, that's the same thing as the Venmo. It's a little bit different. But there's our PayPal. And so, so we are leaving here on tomorrow night at midnight, and we are going to travel up to Ohio, and we should hopefully be there about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll be doing video along the way, and we'll get some video of him loaded and our little travels, and see if I'll try to get as much footage as I can, but a lot of these feedlots, they don't want cameras on site. I totally get it. And then from there, we're going to do that little loop around to help out that other rescue. Now, if they decide to back out, well, then we'll just turn around and come home. And then we'll be able to just video all the way home. Right? Yeah. There's Yoda, you guys. For those who haven't seen Yoda. There he is. There he is. There's my Yoda. He is just learning to show affection. Yep. You are. What do you think? He's a good boy. He is so much different than the horses. I never thought a donkey would be this completely different. But he is. And yes, he's got fat. Donkeys are very, very different. At least he is. He's not as super affectionate. So he's not that type that comes up and just runs at you and you just grab him, and he doesn't do that. He's still a jack. He's getting gelded later on in the wintertime. And then, yeah. So let's see. Oh, I know. Laura, he is adorable, isn't he? She says he's cute. She says cute. He's adorable. I know. He's all dirty. You see that? He's all dirty on his back and his butt. Oh, lots of gurglies. Lots of gurglies. So what kind of questions do you guys have for me? We've been here chit-chatting for about 45 minutes. And I want to make sure I answer all you guys' questions. I'm so proud of you guys for doing all this. So I don't know if the same amount of people there. We got 17 people here. Ooh, 18. This is awesome. Let's see. What else do we got? How old is Yoda? Rob, Yoda they said he's about 10. Now, I have no idea about aging a donkey. So I can't really say exactly how old he is because I'm just going to take them at face value. But Yoda is here. He will stay here forever. He's not going anywhere. He is part of our herd. He was purchased for a friend for him for Friday while Jarvis passed away. So we needed somebody really quick. We didn't have the funds to get another horse, and there wasn't really a lot available because it was in March when he passed away, when Jarvis passed away. And the April he must be getting water. The Dixie horse auction in April wasn't going to be around for a little while, and we couldn't leave Friday by himself, so we bought him. He was on the Madison feedlot, and he was with another donkey. He was $250, so I said, sold. And I took the trailer and whoop, off to Madison, and that's where I got him. So he's going to stay here. He's not all that great. He's not got super conformation. He's got that fat pad on his back, and he's got fat on his neck. And he is a jack, and a lot of people are afraid of jacks because they think they're violent and they're aggressive and everything. And obviously, you can tell he's not aggressive and he's not violent. At least he's not aggressive to me. But he is going to get gelded because I'm tired of these massive stud piles that he makes. Oh my gosh, you guys. When I say this, I am not kidding. They're like this tall. Like he'll poop in the same pile, which is really kind of nice because it's not everywhere. So that's kind of nice. And I harrow the field, usually with 2 horses, we'll harrow the field every other day. But because it's just 1 horse and he doesn't really poop a lot, and if he does, it's these little itty bitty tiny nuggets. He puts maybe these 10 of them in these little tiny piles. So I don't really harrow the field for quite a while because 1 horse doesn't really poop a lot and he poops in the same spot. So it's just easier just to scoop it up. But the stud piles that I miss are like this big around, and they're like that tall. They're just this mound of poop, but it's like these little tiny nuggets, and then they're drying out. So when I take the harrow and I run right through them, they just blow up and disintegrate into nothing. So it's actually kind of nice. So I'm not really sure if I want to geld him, but he does need to be gelded because he's a jack and we're not planning on breeding. So heaven forbid we get a mare, which I was told no more mares, which is good. So this is the geldings club. No girls allowed. Let's see. Let me see here. Oh, you know what? Let me go back into the banner and I'm going to put this one up real quick. And do stallions make stud piles too? Let's see. One bright light. Very, very good. Yes, stallions do make stud piles. I think every equine that's intact makes a stud pile. And that is simply, it's like a calling card. Deer will make a scratch area and they'll pee in it to alert all the other deer in the area that this is my area, this is my domain, and you're not allowed to be here. And dogs will pee on the same thing, and they leave their little pee mail. It's the same thing with horses. They leave these stud piles, and they come back, and they smell it, and they refresh it, make sure that it stinks enough, and they do that. And yes, he is getting gelded. That'll be on us. That won't be on you guys. That is on us. So how old is Monday? Monday is 25. They think he's 25. I looked at his teeth. I wish I could throw a picture in here. There's a way that you can screen share, and I don't really know how to do it with StreamYard quite yet, but there's a way that I can do it. Let me see. I wonder, is that this here? No, I don't know how to do it. There's a little thing at the bottom where, you can do a picture in picture. I don't know. Rob, maybe you'll have to walk me through it one day when I'm on your live stream. Maybe the next time you do a Monday. He does Mondays, live streams on Mondays. So maybe the next Monday when I do he does a live stream. Maybe he'll do it on StreamYard and teach me how to do it. But let me see if I can get a picture of his teeth. Normally, you can age a horse by that one side of his tooth, and it's called a Galvane's groove. And most people will look at a horse's teeth, and if the horse is like this, that means they're young, and as they get older, their teeth elongate out. So your 15 to 20-year-old horse will have a bite that looks a little bit like this when you pull their lips up, and your babies will be like this. Your 1 and 2-year-olds will be like that. And then it's okay to age that way, but the Galvane's groove on that side tooth is a much better way of gauging their age, because that mark doesn't start coming out until they're about 10 years old. And then by the time it's halfway down the tooth, they're about 15 to 18. And then as it goes through and as the teeth get ground down, it starts to disappear at the gum line. And then you're in your 20s. And then by the time it's completely gone, you're at a 30, 40-year-old horse, and it's crazy old. Jarvis was in his late 30s or mid to late 30s. This guy, looking at his teeth, okay, so I'm going to try to do this and hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that's his teeth. And as you can see, there's not a lot. There's not a lot left there. So he is going to need a special diet where he's going to eat a lot more mash than hay and grass. He won't be able to nip the grass off too much because he's got no front teeth. But the Galvane's groove is on that tooth there. So if that was a normal sized tooth like that, you would be able to see that groove a little bit farther down. Now, according to the picture, it's really hard to see. It looks like it's not there, which would put him about his mid to early 20s. But you guys can't see it because it's really hard to show on the screen. It looks like there's a groove that's there, but I'm not really sure. So that's why we need to bring him to the vet after he gets here so we can find out how old he is really, because there's another way, a third way, that you can tell a horse's teeth by age by their teeth. So you have the elongated is number 1, the Galvane's groove is number 2, and then they have on the bottom, it's a cup, and I'm not really sure exactly how to tell the age by the cup of the bottom tooth. I had my other veterinarian, Dr. Peacock. She told me that. So apparently the bottom teeth there, they have something, it's called a cup. And if it's flat, it's a certain age. If it's got like a little cup form to it, it's a certain age. I don't know. I'd have to do more research on it, and I'm not going to try to explain it. But the poor guy needs to come to the veterinarian. But this is the only other picture that I have of him, and you guys have seen that on Facebook and all that. So he's a little bit taller than Friday by a couple of hands, couple of fingers. He's about that much higher. Let's see. How did I find out about Monday? Great question, one bright light. Thank you. And thank you, Rob, for helping me and teaching me on the StreamYard. So long story short, I occasionally have 3 horses at this time of year. 2 are usually my own personal ones because one's always the babysitter, and then the other one is one that we take out or we use for therapy horses or whatever. But we always have at least one extra that we're in training to find a home for. And this gentleman called us and said, hey, do you have a horse? And I said, no. I said, this time of year, I don't have a horse. But let me make a couple of phone calls and I'll look and see if I can find one for you. So I reached out to this gal and she writes me back and she goes, yes, I absolutely have one. I think he'll be great for a trail horse. He's good for light work. Here's his pictures. And she sent me 4 pictures. And I said, great, thanks. What's his bail? And I'll send it off to the guy. So she told me, gave me all the information. I sent it off to him. A couple days later, he writes back and he goes, well, I don't think I want him. He looks like he needs a lot more work. And if it doesn't work out with me, then I can't resell him and it'll be difficult. So I'm not gonna take him. So now we're kind of in a situation where we know of a horse that is a direct ship to slaughter, is not going to go through the auction pipeline anymore, not going through the dealer line anymore, is going to go straight to auction, straight to the feedlots. And he's of a really, really low price, and meat price is per pound, basically what he's being asked for what his bail was. So I wasn't going to do anything. I was like, I really can't, I just lost my job. Husband just lost his job. So we're kind of in a holding pattern here. We weren't going to do anything over the winter. We're going to wait until spring. And then we put a post up onto the community board on our YouTube channel and said, what do you guys think? Do you think we should try it? We really can't, but what do you guys think? And it was overwhelming. You guys said, yes, absolutely give it. You've got to give it a shot. So 2 weeks later, here we are, and you guys did it. And all the donations that came in between husband's funding account, which ends Friday, tomorrow on Friday. That's the last time you can make a donation through his fundraising account, his PayPal fundraising. I think it's like PayPal Gives or something like that. It's in the notes. And then he was going to be shipped on Saturday. So Saturday and Sunday he was going to go out. You can see you later. So you guys did it right under the line. So that's how we ended up with Monday. And then the other live stream that I did, we did a little poll to find out, what we should call him, because I can't call him Black Gelding. So he will need a formal name when he gets here. So that'll be for another day. So you'll have to watch for that one. I told you he'd come back. Hi. You going to come back in? We're talking about you again. You coming in, or are you just going to stand there? Yeah, I figured you were going to come in. Hi. Hello there. He does like the company. And the funny thing is it takes almost a half an hour for a horse's eyes to adjust from this light to the outside light to the dark again. So when they walk out, which is why horses don't like to walk into a trailer, because it's a giant dark hole and they're not used to it. So having him come back in here after being outside and getting adjusted to the light and having him come back here is pretty awesome. So, all right. So when you showed a picture of his teeth, he looked like they were worn down a lot. They are poison. They are almost down to the gum line. And I am going to say that I'm going to pull up that picture again and I'll show you for those who haven't seen it. I'm going to say that this was from either feeding out of a hay bag, because sometimes, hey, so wait, hold on. Hold that thought. Yeah, we'll come back to that. But I have Rob in here from Alaska.
Hey, Danielle. Good to see you. Good to see you with horses. And you know how I am with horses growing up on the farm back in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
We had a mixture of standardbred and thoroughbreds. My aunt still has probably about a half a dozen thoroughbreds on her farm down Island Pond Road still.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that is awesome. I'm going to turn my speakers up so I can hear you. I'm sure everybody can. Oh, I'm so happy you're able to join. Oh my gosh. Hi, Yoda.
I would have joined in a little sooner. I've been working on a video, so I'm trying to get stuff whipped out for this weekend's releases.
Oh, very cool. So all my subscribers, this is Rob that I was telling you about before. We've known each other since 5th grade, and he owns a cabin up in Alaska that is off the grid. And from what I understand, you're just close enough to turning it into an Airbnb.
Yeah, the one cabin that's actually the video I'm working on is to show everybody what it looks like on the inside. Yeah,
that's going to be so cool. So if you ever want to get up to Alaska and be off the grid, he's your man.
Yeah, a lot of people want, I see so many people that there's a huge amount of people that move to Alaska every year and they wind up going back because they weren't expecting this or that, or, like how hard it can be to get to places, what food costs are like, what fuel costs are like. It can be pricing pretty pricey on things up here.
Yeah, I know.
That was a lot of money, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it's expensive to ship anything up there, you guys.
Yep. So, our thing is we want people to come up and experience before they make that decision.
I like that. I'm going to have to experience Alaska.
You're welcome up here. Both of you guys are welcome up here at any time. And there's actually a healthy horse population up here.
Really?
Yep. Well, a lot of the old timers still use them out in the backcountry because, once you get off the road systems, and there's not very many highways here. Mm-hmm. Like where we're at, we're 13 miles from the nearest road. Our friend Shannon Cartwright, who's an illustrator, lives up the tracks about another 40 miles, and she had horses up there for a long time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I bet you'd be good for logging.
Yeah, logging and just getting around in the backcountry, because a lot of these places you're not going to be able to take a four-wheeler or side-by-side or something like that to get to them. So They use mules, donkeys, and horses.
Oh,
But
so awesome.
the prices of hay can be astronomical at times. I was just bringing that up right before I got on here with you. What'd you say the prices of hay are down there?
For cheap old fescue, it could be anywhere between $7 and $8, and for nice orchard grass, we're looking at upwards of 15 to 20 for alfalfa.
Yeah, see here, orchard grass is $20 a bale, 10.50 a bale. Alfalfa is 21.21 a bale, and different times of the year it goes higher. We were looking at a while ago because we got the chickens, and we were looking at some of the prices of bales just for nesting material and as an insulation, because we don't heat the coop. And at that time, it was almost $30 a bale. Wow! And it's like no. So what we do now is we just go out down by the railroad tracks and just cut all the stuff that's on the side of the tracks, and we drag it back up here. And throughout the winter, we stuff it in there.
Yeah. What about straw? Do you guys get straw up there?
We can, but straw is just as expensive.
Wow. My straw here that I buy straw by the truckload pretty much. And because we use it as bedding in the stalls and in our chicken coops because it's extra warm.
Yep.
And they're about $5 a bale.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's I think the straw bales run around because the straw they pretty much import. If you see a hay flat here, it's for livestock. You don't see straw fields here. So it's going to be all brought up, and that takes guys crossing Canada, or it comes out of Canada, or it comes up on the freighters.
Wow. That's just so crazy trying to get anything up there.
Yeah, what's a bag of chicken feed run down there?
For just regular layer feed, you're looking at about $18 a bag for 50 pounds.
Yeah, we're about between 26 and 30 a bag.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's hard to have livestock right now unless you're trying to, be self-sufficient and grow it and do it on your own,
Exactly. And eventually Sarah and I have talked, we might get, a couple goats. We both like goat's milk and goat cheese, and maybe a mini moo if I can find a mini moo.
Yeah, there you go. And then maybe, she's super talented. She can make some, soap and all that kind of stuff and kind of add to your income up there.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's, why we wanted to do the Airbnb, just for, we're going to call it our mad money. If we want to go out and do something, go somewhere, we'll have the extra funds to do it. As I retired way early because my health issues from being in the Florida heat for 30 years.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to go out and explore. We've been here. This is our third winter and we haven't explored anything yet. And it's kind of like, wow, we came here to a state that'll cover half the United States dang near, and we haven't seen anything yet.
Well, Alaska's pretty big. There's a lot of nothing up in Alaska. So
well, we want to, me, I like fishing. We want to go fishing, and things like that. So, and we will. A couple of our friends, you see them in our lives, Alaska Cut the Cord. They're really good friends of ours. So we're going to take off with them this summer and do some fishing, do some dip netting, do some halibut fishing, stuff like that. And Adam and I will go out and do some hunting a little bit. But it's a different lifestyle compared to what we had as children back in New Hampshire.
No doubt. Yeah, I agree.
Everybody's like, oh, it's too cold. It's too cold. I'm in a light sweater, and this is what I'm running around in today, and it's 14 degrees.
Yeah, no, it's like 32, and I've got my super thick coat and my hat and everything. But it was like 90 just not too long ago. But it's not too bad. But
see, up here though, back in New Hampshire and where you're at, it's a moist cold.
Yeah.
Which is different, and this is a dry cold up here. We do get wet snow, but not very often. When we get 3-4 feet of snow, it's extremely dry. You go out there and you jump into it and you disappear. It's funny. Our first winter here was one of the snowiest that they'd had in years. For the whole month of February, there was only 2 days it did not snow.
Oh wow!
We wound up in February alone with I think about 128 inches of snow. So just over 20 foot.
That was shut down. Atlanta shut down on like 13 inches of snow.
Right. That year, I think from our measurements, because we'd measure how fluffy it is before it starts sinking and compacting. We were about 22 foot of snow.
Wow. That's too crazy.
And we would clear the roofs off constantly, and I fell off the barn roof, which is 2-story, and I went down on one to the next level down, and then down into the snowbank, and I was up to here in snow.
How did you get out? I mean, it's light. I suppose you just kind of like
you just swim out.
Oh, that is so crazy. Well, I'm so happy you were able to pop in and that we were able to do this.
I think what you're doing is an amazing thing. You're helping these poor animals that, would be going to the feedlot. And I don't want to see that with any animal. Yeah, I do hunt and stuff like that. But, if it's pointless to send an animal to a feedlot like that, especially if it has some life left in it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's, I was doing some research, and the price of horse meat yesterday was $2.18 a pound.
Right.
And going to the meat stocks for the feeder cows and stuff, they were averaging about $2-3 a pound. So these countries are buying up all these horses because it's cheaper to feed. And China, actually, they import the horse meat from Canada live. They put them on, they fatten them up in Canada. They put them on a jetliner and send them over to China. And they go through over 2 million pounds of horse meat every year.
I did not know that.
Yep. Which is why we're so focused with the draft horses, because their fate, if they're going up to Canada, it's most likely they're going overseas. If they go to Mexico, the conditions down there for the slaughterhouses are so deplorable. It's
I
just,
can only imagine.
It's insane. So
yeah, it's like years ago where they would take the mares and they were collecting the urine from them to make the extract for the perfumes and stuff like that.
Yep. There's a medication. It's called Primera, and they still do it. It's
medication. Yes.
Yep. It's an estrogen replacement for people who are in their wonderful golden years. And it is, you breed the mares, they go in, they get catheterized, and they collect all of the urine until the foal is born. Then they get put back out into the fields to be with the stallions. The foals get shipped off to wherever, and it starts the cycle over and over again.
It's kind of like a puppy mill.
Yep.
But for horses, and they're, in my eyes, it's abusing the animal.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. I'm with you 100%. So that's why we're doing this. One at a time. I can't do so many, but I can do one at a time.
You had a number of them at one time. Didn't you have like 3 of them at one time?
Yeah, there was one time. Actually, there was one time we had 4. We had Jarvis and Jarvis and Mr. Darcy, and we had Gamora and Jumanji, and we bought them at the same time. Gamora was a Belgian, and Jumanji was a Haflinger. And Gamora, unfortunately, she had a broken stifle, so we couldn't get surgery on him. Yeah. So she ended up being, humanely euthanized. But Jumanji is actually out in the east coast of North Carolina. She is a trail horse, and I actually got to ride her the other day. So when I went to go visit, so she's doing fantastic.
That's good when you get to actually go see them and see how well they're doing. That somebody's taking the time and the care to, continue on what you started.
Yep.
That's more people need to do what you're doing to save these poor animals, and not just horses, all animals.
Yeah. We're a big advocate. Cool. Well, let's see. I don't know if folks can. Yeah. So let's see. Carrie says she doesn't understand how folks can send a beloved partner to slaughter. Yep, that is so true. That is so true. England eats about 30,000 pounds of horse meat a year. Italy is about 10,000. France, they eat horse meat. You'd be surprised on how many countries actually eat horse meat.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was that many that were doing it still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff on our new website, so we try to update that as much as possible. I don't like to be a negative Nancy, but the more information I can put out there to kind of get aware that people eat, are in this world are eating horse meat a lot. Maybe they can help support our cause with trying to keep 1 or 2 off the truck.
Yeah. No, you're doing the right thing by these guys. That's for sure.
Thanks so much. And you're so brave for being up in Alaska.
It's just like being back in New Hampshire, just with no roads.
Yeah, no roads.
And I've been off grid for some time because, living on the sailboats, I was off grid.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not new to me. It's just now I'm not floating around going like this when I'm walking around inside the boat. Now I'm on a, well, that's not always true because we do have earthquakes.
Yeah, that's true. So Carrie says he thinks he could synthesize Percheron with any horse. No, unfortunately you can't, because the type of enzymes that are in the mare's urine is not something that science has been able to replicate. So it's not as effective. There probably is a generic brand out there, but it's not that effective. But oh well. But anyway, let me see here. You guys, this chat is cool. We got a couple little notes on Facebook Messenger, and they all say that our little live stream thing, because like you're there.
You have it streaming over to Facebook?
No, I don't actually. With StreamYard, you have to pay to have it streamed on Facebook and YouTube. So I am kind of cheap.
Us too.
Yeah.
We use StreamYard not all the time. Like if I'm gonna have a guest on or something like that, then we'll use it, but we don't do that all too often.
Yeah, I like using YouTube because you can do the super chats.
Yes.
And those are fun. We got one actually. I think Lori sent a super chat the other night. So that was really cool. Yeah. Don't forget to put up your window. Oh yeah. Right. I was just reminded about a banner that I needed to put up. So he says, this is what we need for fuel. It's going to take, let's see. So I'll just go through all of it. Actually, they raised $992 because we just had a $10 donation come in, and his bail was $750. And that leaves, I saw that. I saw that she's over there. Sarah, I only keep him for a little while longer. And then that leaves a little bit left over for fuel, and we are roughly 300 short for fuel. So
all right, folks, open up those pockets, folks.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. We are leaving at midnight on Thursday. So, well, it would be Friday at midnight. And then we should be up there by 8 o'clock in the morning, and then come around about, and we should be back here in town by, oh gosh, I want to say like 5 o'clock. And then we'll start be working on our videos, kind of like what you're doing. Right.
The less people to play with YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to let you go, Rob. And I'm going to call ours a little short too, because I'm probably going to kill all the batteries up in here. But I want to say thank you so very much for coming on and being
not a problem, Danielle. I love what you're doing with the horses. Just keep at it. It was nice meeting all you guys that are in the chat. You guys have a great day, and I'll be back on the other side here in a moment.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
So that's my buddy. 5th grade. Can you imagine that? 5th grade. I've known him. So let's see what else. Don't forget to put up your window. Yes, about the travel needs. I know all about that. So one more comment, and then I'm going to let you guys go because I've got to eat my dinner too. Let's see. YouTube, they don't really take half. They take a lot. They do take a lot. If actually we're getting a royalty check next week, and we're going to put that towards his vet fees. So I think they send you a check once you reach the $100 threshold. And I think our check is like $150 this month. It's not very much. I'll be putting up another video that shows everything that we've done, all our expenses, everything that you guys have done, all the wonderful donations that you guys have been putting in for us. We really appreciate it so much. And I can't imagine being able to do this. You guys did such a great thing on saving him, and I can't wait to get him home to show you guys in real life. So if I can, Rob says if you can get it set up so you can be an Amazon affiliate, so you can post links to stuff like for the halter. Yeah, I did try to be an Amazon affiliate at one point. I'll probably look into that a little bit more, I think. Because I know on my Shopify store, I can attach YouTube to it. So when I'm going through doing my live on YouTube, I can pull it from my store and throw it in like kind of like what I'm doing here with Venmo and all that stuff. So, all right. Well, you guys, congratulations on the amount of funds. This is so amazing. You guys did so fantastic, but we're not done yet. And the know-it-all Alexa told me that I got 15 minutes left, and then I've got to get in and eat. I got to get this bale out of here, put it in the barn and the stalls so they don't make a mess all over the place. And thank you so much, you guys. We're leaving at midnight. So anywhere between now and Thursday, Friday afternoon, keep the donations coming in through the PayPal, and we'll be able to put them straight towards our gas fund. So thank you so much, you guys. You are all super amazing. I am so happy you guys all came in. And One Bright Light, thank you for your comments, and Poison and Carrie and Lori and Rob from Curmudgeon. It's a play on words, curmudgeon. Because if you're a curmudgeon, you're a cranky old person. So it's a curmudgeon. So it's really awesome. So Crazed Vintage, thank you. We will have a safe trip, and I'll be posting things here and there. You'll have to look on my Facebook page, and I'll try to post in the community on our YouTube channel. So you'll be able to get updates as to kind of like what we're doing. And let's see, who else can I say? There's Lori, Carrie, and Boomer Blade. Yeah, he says hi. One Bright Light. Thank you so much, you guys. And let me see. Yeah, I think that's everybody that's been in here. And Poison, thank you. I will see you guys all on another time. I'm not sure when I'm going to do another live feed. Probably when Monday gets settled in. I think you guys might want to see him in real life. So we'll be doing that. I'll be doing a lot of stuff for you because he is not my horse. He is not my horse. He's you guys' horse. So it's all up to you as to what you want me to do. I am just the caretaker. So you guys are they call them plantation owners. So basically you own the big picture, and I just tend it for you. So we'll see you guys next time. I promise let me see. Excuse me, sir. He's got hay on his head. Yoda, you got hay on your head. What happened? Oh, crazy. So we'll see you guys next time. I got bunny ears on Summerfield Farm and Draft Horses. We'll see you later, guys. Have a great night. I will see you again very shortly with my little bunny ears. Bye, guys.